Good morning to Racing New South Wales, Mark Brassel.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
Good morning, Julie. Great to be here and keep you company, eh?
Thank you. You can stick around. Well, of course, there is a lot on the line this season with our own Racing Dreams tipping comp. Some are going very well, Mark. Some of us have other strengths.
Well, when I look at that table, me right down the bottom on my own, I think of George Costanza in Seinfeld when he gets under the desks and hides there for a week, and I think that'll be me next week.
Well, let's go straight into the tips for this week. Nick, our angelic Nick, is doing very well. We will get his tip a little bit later, but let's start with you. Who have you gone with this week?
I've gone for Tavi Time in the Provincial Championships, race 3, number 1.
And then Nosy Park.
He's a pretty exciting fella, this. If you see this replay, he just puts 4 or 5 lengths on these horses. I know they weren't great behind him, but just the manner in which he puts them away. He's drawn 16. Dylan Gibbons is aboard. I can't understand why he's getting out in price, but I think he's the one to beat. He's going to just have a bit of a smother, 3 deep, and hit the line over the top of them. Chris Lees, as we know, is a gun trainer. He's set this horse all along for a $1 million race, and that's his grand final today, and I think he'd be very, very hard to beat.
Chris deservedly has a few runners in this race as well. Soft 5 out there today. Sunshine, 24 degrees. I tell you what, didn't that track fare well off the back of last week?
Oh, unbelievable. The track staff, what a job they did. I saw pictures of the 1,000 metres where it was, you know, an inch underwater. And come race day, the way the track played, horses were finishing on the fence, out wide, from behind, in the lead. Full credit to the ATC staff, Michael Wood and company. It was just a fantastic day.
Yeah, and well done to Racing New South Wales too. I know they wanted to push on with that meet, and rightly so. Let's take a look at my tip. Let's look at it. I don't know how I'm going to go today, but I should do well with this one. Race 8, number 8, Via Sistina. Of course, this is a Yule Long out of Fastnet Rock, run the Ranvet, which we are having a look at now. So has that Group 1 to her name now. Goes in as favourite for Chris Waller and J-Mac. I'm hoping that combination combines today. We'll also talk about J-Mac in just a moment because he's in the running for the Nathan Berry medal. But she goes into this race as the favourite. Normally I try to look for a little value when I'm trying to get my tick on the leaderboard. I have gone for the favourite for this week. So bit cheeky.
Why not? I mean, the way it won, it's going to be hard to beat. And as you said, J-Mac on fire. He'll give it every chance, no doubt. So.
Well, let's have a look at everyone else's tips for this week as well. As we head into the final week, Nick has a lead, 4 from 6 tips correct. And at this stage, the only person that can challenge him is Shane O'Cass, who sits on 3 points. So if we're looking at the rest of our tipsters, Timmy not here today. He's gone with Two Darn Lizzie in race number 4. At Randwick today. Shane's gone with Midnight Opal in race 2, also at Randwick. Nick and Kirsten have both looked to Newcastle for their tips this week. Kirsten with Justice Served, race 3, number 2 in Newcastle, while Nick has gone with Empress of Wonder, race 6, number 2 at Newcastle as well. Mark, you're with Tavi Time. Isabella, who is off getting married today. Oh, yeah. Bless Bella, Lady of Camelot. Also a very good pick, race 4, number 1 at Randwick. And Ray has gone with Randwick as well, race 1, number 3. So Ray's desperate for a win. We know that. Ray is desperate for a win. So let's take a very quick look at that leaderboard if we could, guys, just to see who's sitting where. There we go. Nick, I'm glad he's our tipster.
A lot of red.
Lot of red. We didn't do well week 4. No one did well week 4. A lot of red. Not so great last week either, but there you go. Nick is the man to beat. Let's see if Shane can get the job done, and let's see if some of us can just finish strong. Now, before we let you go, we mentioned earlier the Nathan Berry medal. We've got it sitting here with us. This is a very special medal, particularly this year. It has been 10 years since the passing of Nathan Berry.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 in line, Damien Lane, Blake Shin and James McDonald. They've all got 4 points. Big clump of them just behind on 3 points. But obviously James is the one to beat. J-Mac's got plum rides today. But in saying that...
It's happened before.
Oh, well, 2 years ago, Nashra Willa rode Think It Over to win the Queen Elizabeth, and we'll all remember that outside fence hugging run. took it right to the outside fence to beat Zaki, and he got up and won the Nathan Berry medal. So anything can happen today, which invariably it does.
And of course, just remind us quickly that the point system, it's run over the 2 weeks of the championships. Of course, it is in honour of the late Nathan Berry.
That's right, yeah, 3, 2, 1. The 5 championship races on day 1 and 7 championship races today. So over the 12, it's a 3, 2, 1. And today is where it all finishes, and it'll be another great day's racing. It's amazing how last week played out, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This is very special to the jockeys. It means a lot to them. And it was lovely to see you this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.